Thanks for joining for today's episode of Small Talks for Big Change, where we help simplify financial topics to help with your financial wellness. My name is Michelle Enriquez, Membership Development Manager here at Patelco Credit Union. We are so excited today that we have the Veronica Dangerfield, Senior Financial Wellbeing Educator, also known as Patelco's Financial Cheerleader, on the show today. Veronica, it is my great pleasure to have you on today. Welcome.
Oh, it is my honor to be here with you today, Michelle. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
So I've been watching your work from afar at a different credit union for over a decade now. And I've always admired your passion for financial education and uplifting people in their financial journeys. And that really shines through every time you host an event, you're on a webinar, you're delivering a workshop, or you're in the classroom. And you've been at this a long time. And you've worked with countless groups over the years in the community, and you have personal experience having raised 3 children of your own. So I've always wondered, and I'm hoping you can share with your audience and our members about where this passion for educating our youth derives from, and how does that translate into your work in helping thousands educate young people?
Absolutely, Michelle. But as a parent and as a consumer and as an ex-teenager, I understand the long-term implications of finding and discovering financial health. And it's all about relationships, right? I was put on this planet to teach about money, to preach about love, because love is, I think, very extremely important in the financial equation. Because when you love yourself, you can use your finances as a compassionate response to taking care of yourself. And it's just so much fun to actually see the light bulb go off in young people's eyes when they understand that money is a tool and you don't work for money. At least you do in the early parts, you might work for money.
Yes.
But in the long term, you use money as a tool to increase the quality of your life, to increase the quality of your community, and to serve.
I love that. I love that. Now, I've heard you over the years with, all your sayings and things, but for our audience today, if you've got one best tip for parents or young people out there that haven't gotten started with an account yet or with savings, what would you share with them?
Well, in our industry, we have a tendency to say things that don't mean anything to young people. I have 3 children. The youngest I call Pebbles and Bam Bam. Pebbles came out of the womb being an accountant. She could actually, you don't even have to worry about her because she can count numbers. She can do a checking account. And then I have Bam Bam, who is a wonderful, loving, compassionate soul. And he would give you the shirt off his back and money from his mama. He just has no boundaries around that. But our youth need to understand that having money is a privilege, but with it comes responsibility. And although spending feels good, you're making decisions now as a youth that's going to affect your future self. So when you're 18 years old, you're making decisions that's going to affect your 28-year-old self. So I try to give them the information with fun. I try to give them the information with love. And I always tell them, you create what you pay attention to. Are you paying attention to your money? Are you paying attention to budgeting? Because if you are, the results are going to show in your finances.
I love that so much. And really, everyone has a money personality. Everybody's got their nuances with the way they feel or treat money or their financial wellness. And, April is National Credit Union Month. And that's our jam.
Yeah, I was telling my son, my oldest son, I was saying, you got to pay yourself first. He goes, Mom, what are you talking about? That's crazy. I work for the money. What do you mean pay myself first? So I had to break it down. And we have to break it down to our young people because they don't understand that savings is not something you do in your checking account where you pay your expenses. I go to the Cal State East Bay. I go to universities all over the Bay Area, and I ask people, do they have a checking and a savings account, and it's attached? They all say yes. And then I tell them, you don't have any money, and they all laugh. Why? Because it's true. In order to save successfully, you have to save in a separate account that is safe and secure, and you have to fund that savings.
So April's National Credit Union Youth Month, and our industry goes big with Youth Month because really we were founded on the principles of savings. And so we've got this dedicated time to both celebrating the credit union youth movement and also encouraging our young people to save. And to your point, maybe this starts with really understanding our money personalities and then taking that and finding resources and further education and then products and services to help us with that, to help us be successful.
So at Patelco, you open up an account, a checking and a savings, and you open up another account, and you fund that account consistently. And that is how you save successfully. And in a way, you become your own savior.
I love that.
That's a little corny, huh?
How many S's do we have in there? Are these the Veronica 5 S's
yes.
of savings?
Safe, secure, separate for your sacred self, and save successfully.
I love that. And I think the key word there is separate because so many times we have all of our monies muddled together. We're paying bills. We've got life things that happen, right? And it's so easy to dip into that account.
Paying yourself first is you taking the first amount of money that you get, not paying it to Metro Getro or not paying it to go out and get some coffee, but use that money for your future self. You're going to take 10%, 20%, and you're going to put it in a secret, safe, sacred, secure, separate savings account.
Love it.
All of those S's. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fund it and ignore it. You're going to set it and forget it. So what we're talking about is giving you the information that you need and then giving you a system so that you can be successful. Because if you set up the system and you're automatically giving money to it, you don't have to use willpower or think about it. Mm-hmm. And then that money grows. It makes you safe, it makes you secure, and it gives you financial health, financial well-being, and it makes you feel good about yourself. Because the more you save, the more you save.
I love that. So, okay, the 5 S's, I think we got that, but pay yourself first and set it and forget it. But unless it's separate, we're not really keeping disciplined with the savings and paying ourselves first. So I love that. So Patelco is a great place to get started with an account. And so for, youth anywhere from the day they're born until age of 13, anyone can get a regular youth account. But at the age of 13, you can get a debit card, right, and get started with managing your own money. And that's with our student checking account. So we make it super simple to open a youth account via our 37 branch locations. Our virtual branch can assist with opening a youth account also, but we're inviting our members to find out more information on patelco.org/student. And Veronica, thanks so much for being with us
Michelle,
today.
I forgot to give you the caveat here.
Uh-oh.
The caveat is that when the parents are together supervising their young people with their finances when they're teenagers, it opens up an opportunity for them to make the mistakes under supervision. And you can watch and teach and mentor your young folks, because when they get into college and the university, unfortunately, that is the wrong time. They graduate from the school of hard knocks, and then their mindset isn't very positive because they have so many negative experiences. Right. So take advantage of Patelco's account so that you can mentor your young person. Now, they're not going to want to hear it, but the good news is if they make the mistakes, you can at least have the conversations, and when they leave your home, they go out with great financial well-being. They feel good about their money, and they know how to control and manage it. So important.
That's incredible. And as a parent, a guardian, or an adult attached to a youth account, we can also help them and monitor their spending and their behaviors. So I've worked at a financial institution as long as my kids have been alive, but it's just one of those things that you put off, and I'll do it and I'll look for the birth certificate later, but we make it easy at Patelco. Another great benefit of Patelco savings accounts. Okay, Veronica, well, thank you so much for being with us today. I have a feeling this isn't the last time you're going to be in the studio with us.
I hope not. I love it. I love talking with you, Michelle.
And that's likewise. So that concludes today's episode of Small Talks for Big Change, where we help simplify financial topics to help with your financial wellness. We'll see you next time. Insured by NCUA.